Well, the hiking trail is out for right now. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. And as you can see, Bridgewater is flooded. Well, this part isn't, but another part is, and I'll show it to you maybe in another video. But this is obviously where you can see this is the Bridgewater-Rochester Bridge here, okay? And just look at the water level here in the Beaver River. Skipper, is that, what is that called over there? I think it's Skipper's Landing. I got my glasses on, I still can't see the sign. It's all underwater, it's gone. It's everything's underwater there. They have a beautiful little boat club over there. It's all underwater. But that's not the only thing that's underwater. You're not going to believe. Let's just take a walk all the way down to the pier, okay? In this nice little park here of Bridgewater. Now, I would like to know something from the residents here in Bridgewater. For you folks who are older, you folks in your late 40s, 50s, mid 60s, 70s, 80s, I don't know how old people are who watch my videos, but you folks who have been here and lived here all your life, I was told by a man who grew up here in Bridgewater. He doesn't live in Bridgewater anymore. He lives in Beaver Falls now. He actually lives in Chippewa. And when I lived over in Beaver Falls, before I made my transitions into homelessness and blah, 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 he told me that what you see here on the river, this here was all, and maybe I misunderstood him, maybe I did not process his information accurately, but he told me this was all flat, and we're talking like the mid-1960s, early 1970s, when the river would flood, all of us would come in right into downtown. Now, I have seen earlier pictures of the 1930s, 1940s, where Bridgewater, you know, was probably, it has the most infamous reputation of a flooded town, and it would come into where those historic buildings are over there in downtown Bridgewater. And he said the water would just, you know, it would go all the way up into there. And of course it would cause irreparable damage. And y'all can't see it, but okay, where the water authority in Rochester over there, they built their new facility over there, that's fine, but that's much more elevated. But over here, the boat rental, the Beaver County Boat Club or something like that, that's all underwater. It's all gone. You can't drive this part over here into from the commencement of the start of the Beaver River over there, the tributary between the Ohio and the Beaver, right there where the big train bridge is the whole entire road, because I walked this bridge earlier because the missus sent me to the grocery store, and I had no anticipation of filming a video, but luckily I did bring my camera, and I swear to God, I did not think about, oh yeah, Bridgewater is probably really bad. And it is in parts of the edge of Rochester here. And I'm glad I brought my camera because I filmed all of this and I did a lot of photographs. But the whole road over there, you can't see it from the camera, but the whole entire road's underwater. So from here all the way up to the train bridge over there, you can't see it, you know, because these two bridges are in the way, but it's all, the road is entirely underwater, and so is all the other facilities over there too, the picnic areas and everything of the Rochester Riverfront Park. It's all underwater. Now the sun just came out about an hour ago. I had to wait because it was raining, and I figured, okay, I saw the blue clouds, you know, coming from this angle, and I said, well, I'm just going to wait a little bit, and I'm going to, you know, take out my camera and film. But there's that nice restaurant there in Bridgewater here. And again, somebody who's, you know, 20 years older than me said, you know, they couldn't give away front property here on the Beaver River in Bridgewater at that time because it flooded all the time, and nobody wanted to come here and build or conduct business here or build businesses. But as you can see, there's a lot of townhomes here. It's changed a lot, but The ground, of course, is, you know, gotten a lot built up and taller. But as you can see right here, you know what? A couple of heavy 5 more days of rain, it's going to come right up over this and go right into here, right where I'm standing and filming. And there's the fire department right there. There's the Bridgewater Fire Department right there. So even still, you know, with all the engineering and rejuvenation that Bridgewater has undergone in the past, say, 40, 50 years, it's still susceptible to, you know, some major flooding here. So as we walked and continue to go on the grass here and on the sidewalk, the boardwalk that we had here, everything's underwater. There used to be the nice fresh ground, and if you have trouble remembering or imagining, go back to my previous video where I filmed the boardwalk, as I called it, here in Bridgewater, where it should be renovated and, you know, redone so that it can be repurposed and reused again for the public. As you can see, everything, it's submerged. Everything's gone. It's all underwater. Everything's underwater. And I worry because, well, you've got all these fancy homes here in Bridgewater. Man, that sun just doesn't want to leave. And these are recent additions to the front here in Beaver. I don't know how old they are. I'm probably 20 plus or so, but they've been here for a while. I think they're a bit overpriced. I don't think I'd want to pay to live here. They're kind of beat up too. They need a little bit of TLC. And I'm not belittling it, but I think you have to buy into these. And for you folks who live here in Bridgewater, if you live in one of these units, I'm not, you know, castigating it. I'm just saying that I think it's a little bit overpriced for my taste. But these are the older ones. There's newer ones on the flip side over there across the street, but there's a little bit better ones over there, but I think they're overpriced. And I'm not saying that, like I said, I'm not trying to, you know, castigate this town. I love the town. I love this little small town of Bridgewater. I think it's one of the most unique in Beaver County. I would certainly live here without question. I just think some of the property fronts that they've had here over the years is just a little bit overpriced for my taste. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't mean anything more than that. Look at this beautiful swan just sitting here. Just look at this. Holy cow. Let's see how far I can get up to it without it. They are so used to people. Look how beautiful. Okay, he or she's had enough. They're big. I don't know if they're swans, geese, whatever, but okay. Hello. Hello. Yeah, it's all, look guys, it's all underwater here. Sorry, my hand was in the way. It's all underwater. Even the geese want to find higher ground. And here's this nice little church here. It's a beautiful place. I love Bridgewater. I do. I really do. Oh yes, I would absolutely live here. No questions asked. I just think some of the property fronts here are a little bit overpriced. But so anyway, getting back to my original point, that gentleman that I used to be neighbors with over there in Chippewa, he told me, he said, you know, on this side of Bridgewater, he said they couldn't give away property because, you know, the flooding was so bad. So, and of course they rectified it, but you know, the question remains, how well did they rectify it? Well, look what's sticking up here. Look, it's everything. Look, it's so submerged. Just look at it. It's crazy. It's so deep. And we're not talking, you know, 9 feet here, guys. We're talking probably like 20, 30 feet. I'm serious. Yeah, duck crossing, see? Don't feed. There's that Carol Cakes. Used to be the pit stop. Used to have here in Bridgewater. They had good burgers in there. I never see anybody in this place. I never see anybody in here. I hope they do a good business. It's a bakery. Hi, Carol's Cakes. I just never see anybody in there. Look at that. That collapsed. It's gone. Yeah, I mean, it goes out, you know, I don't know, 40, 50, no, maybe not that, maybe like 30, 40 feet out. You know, you'd be able to walk and fish all right there, you know. And they just let it go so much, but, well, maybe that's why, you know, because they knew it was prone to flooding. And somebody just had some wishful thinking when they were creating all that, and they knew it was like, well, as soon as the levels in the Beaver River rise, you know, it's just all going to be underwater. So, I mean, even if you built something new, there's no way to rectify it, it seems, unless you build it up really high, like a pier. And I don't think they're going to want to do a pier, because the pier is here, and they're not going to, you know, have something elevated to that equality of level of height, you know, right? That's not going to happen. But it's a very cute little town. Yes, I am a big fan of Bridgewater. I really am. Oh man, this really crashed. Wow. Man, you can't even go underneath. Jeez, it's all underwater. All of it. Look at that. Jeez, oh man. All of that is underwater. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Oh, man. Wow. Man, you could fish from here. Right here. Here's my hand. Look. You can fish. Well, there's your thumbnail right there. Right there. Oh, my goodness. And look at over there, that big old boat that never moves over there. A lot of that looks like it's underwater too. Okay, so I don't have very good eyes, and my camera doesn't have very good far eyes, but you can see. I mean, look at that. It's all underwater there. I mean, that whole part, that's part of the park there in Rochester. It's gone. That's the grasslands where you can walk, where I filmed that one time and showed you guys. Look at that old abandoned boathouses, and over there, everything's underwater on that side. Everything. It's all underwater. And then you've got this as evidence right here. And you know what? The camera's not picking this up either, but you would not believe the debris that's floating here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's like Coke bottles, beer bottles, all the plastic bottles. The clear plastic bottles, the green plastic bottles, the dark plastic bottles. I mean, there is so much debris. And there's so many logs and big, thick foliage bushes, and, you know, because those logs, when you go across, you know, and you hike over here, you see these big abandoned dead trees that are just, you know, sitting in the ground, and then when water comes upon them, because they're already dead, you know, they just fall over. When, you know, the lands that they occupy flood, and, you know, the water's retaining them for a certain amount of time, and then boom, you know, they just fall over and they float. Before I started filming here, you know, there was about 5 big giant logs that were floating right across the Beaver River. A lot of debris, you know, accumulating over there on the piers, making it a little bit dangerous. In fact, I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but when you look at the Bridgewater Bridge right here, it looks like it's slanted because the piers are filling up over there. It's so deep with water, and it looks like the bridge is sinking into the river. It's really strange, but yeah, guys, it's pretty bad here. And a couple of you reached out and told me that your basements were flooded and whatnot. You know, I'm praying for you guys. I hope your home is safe and you don't have to, you know, file some kind of you know, astronomical insurance claim. I hope that everything's okay with you guys. And you guys that live in, you know, straight ahead over there, New Brighton, Beaver Falls, what's it looking like over there? I haven't been over there to film or take any pictures, so let me know what's going on over there in the comments. Everybody would love to know. So I'm gonna hang this video up, and I'm gonna film another side for you guys. And I don't know when I'm gonna upload these, but it will be soon. And in the meantime, like I said, if you live in this area, take heed, take safety. And like I said, this is crazy. I've never seen it like this. It's, man, you know, I was born and raised on the other sides of the county, and yeah, I've never seen, you know, this is something definitely new to me. And look at this. You can see the board. Oh, man, because they go down even more. Oh, man, the water is so high. Wow. Look at that. Just look at that. That is crazy. And over there in Rochester Riverfront Park, it's pretty much underwater. The road itself is not. Over there it is, because it just raised up because the land's flat over there. It's a little bit elevated on this side, but all of this, before you get onto the road, it's all underwater. It's gone. It's gone. It's all underwater. This is going to require a lot of cleanup, a lot of volunteers. Maybe we can form some kind of volunteer action committee. Let me know if anybody's interested in that, and we can make a post on Facebook, you know, or Ray's got a page here on, you know, Beaver County Past, Present, and Future. Maybe we can post something on there where, you know, we can have volunteers, and once the waters recede, you know, we can start a project maybe for volunteers where we can help clean up our parks and beautiful places here in Beaver County. So if you're interested in something like that, please post a comment below, and I will submit those comments to the proper people that I feel that I see fit about. Okay, so anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I certainly hope to see you in the next video. And if you are prone to this, I pray for you, and I hope that your house is safe, and that your family is safe, and you know, things speed up for you in recovery wise. All right, guys.